Canelo started out himself at 140. He was not a natural middleweight. He fought welterweight. So he's not a natural middleweight in the sense of what middleweights are themselves. Usually they come into the pros a middleweight, from the amateurs. So it's not like he was weighing 170 and scaling down. So he's grown through the weight classes also, and I think it's just the last 2 or 3 years that he's been in the 50s. And how he's conducting that situation. So I don't look at him as what you would say entry-level middleweight. I would just say that he grew into a middleweight, however which way it was, whether it was through the training or his natural growth process. But he wasn't there initially as a middleweight.
Are you afraid that he's going to actually walk in a ring at 175 or something like that?
Well, since there is no clause, you can't worry about that. 175 put on in 24 hours is not something that I think is really beneficial in the sense of an advantage if the other person can fight. So I don't see that. It's a huge jump in weight. I'd like to be a fly on the wall and see how he eats. In fact, he eats all this.
When you got older,
what he does to get there, it's kind of amazing to me. But
Virgil, when Amir was in here with us just now, he said the weight isn't a factor in his regard because you're either born with speed or you're not. As Amir goes up in weight, do you agree with that sentiment that you can maintain that same level of speed even at a higher weight?
Sometimes it's even quicker because, I had to coming down to 147. He would come to camp at 160, 161. So I'm able to see him in sparring pass through 54 and 55, and the quickness is there from day one. So the speed is there from day one. So he's not going to lose any speed, and I'm more interested in his quickness as opposed to his speed. Speed is in the body, quickness is in the mind. So I'm more interested in his quickness as more than his speed.
Are you concerned about the weight that Canelo wins or gains after the weigh-in for the next day?
No, as I said earlier, could just be me. I think that's a lot of weight to put on, and they might want to take a look at that before he gets in a situation that they say maybe we shouldn't have done that. So far, it's with the exception of Mayweather, he's gotten by with it. But there could be people down the line that he might say to himself, maybe I shouldn't have put on that kind of weight. And then, I really, in my gut, don't think he's going to get that heavy. I think that he'll try to come in light in this fight.